Good afternoon, everyone. This is Hamza from Hexona Systems, the founder of the Automation Empire. And today I just wanted to show you the back end of our auto miscall text back system, which we've developed. We've built upon the system that gohighlevel traditionally had because of the some of the limitations that we found that it was producing for our clients. So we took it one step further into a custom automation we built. This was also inspired by another creator. I think his name was Adam. We got some inspiration from what he had built, but we found this to be extremely effective for our clients. I'm just going to walk you through exactly how it works. And so, if this is your first time hearing about us and the systems that we develop for businesses, I'll just walk you through quickly what this one is. So, auto miscall text back is basically a solution that we embed for businesses that have a tough time answering the phones. A lot of the times when you're getting high volume, especially during peak seasons or if you're just especially busy, then you get a lot of phone calls that you might not be able to pick up. And typically, what the problem that businesses face are that if you don't pick up the phone and someone's looking for your services, there's a very good chance that they're just going to move on to the next competitor. Likely, they found you on Google and they're just going down the list to find the first person that answers the phone or basically engages or addresses the problem that they have. And in a lot of competitive cutthroat industries, it's all about speed, being first, and being as responsive as possible. And that's what this allows you to do. So if somebody calls your business and you don't answer the phone, instead of there being absolutely no contact and the lead going cold, a automatic text message actually gets sent to the lead, saying, "Hey, this is XYZ from this business. Sorry, I'm a bit tied up right now. What can I help you with?" And this does a lot. So immediately the lead realizes, okay, this business is real. Somebody is at the end of this phone. They're reaching out to me. They can address my problem. And a lot of the times they prefer to speak with them over text anyway. Nobody likes to make phone calls anymore. So now this whole conversation gets to move over to text, which makes things easier for our client as well. Because if they didn't pick up the phone, likely they're dealing with a customer or they're out in the field. Now they get to text the client all day. They get to figure out exactly what they're looking for. The lead obviously responds to this saying, "Hey, I'm looking for XYZ. Thanks so much for getting back to me so fast." And so now you know what they're looking for. They're still engaged. They know you exist and you're still a viable option in their mind. And now, whenever the client is free, they can either pick up the phone and call them or continue the message through text throughout the day. So that's a huge value add that can save them so much business. And even if it's a couple of clients a month that are saved from this, then this whole thing pays for itself and beyond because this is directly revenue generating. It captures leads that otherwise would have fallen through the cracks. But of course, this is only effective for businesses with high volume or perhaps ones that are short staffed. And for those of you who don't know what software this is Go High Level, also rebranded as Hexona Systems, which is our software, which is what we use and sell and provide to our clients. So for the auto miscall text back that we've developed, of course, you're going to look at the trigger. Now, the trigger is going to be the call status, whether it's an incoming call, busy, or voicemail. The call direction is going to be incoming, of course, and then the call status is one of those three, whether you were busy, whether it went to voicemail, or if the client didn't answer it. Now, what happens is, as soon as you get started, the first thing is that it checks a condition. And what does it check? It actually checks which missed call this is from this specific client. So, for example, this is for a daycare that works with me. And if this was a fresh lead that gives them a call, they didn't pick up the phone, then the parameter for number of missed calls is going to be empty. This is the first time that they've ever been reached out to, and they're going to get a unique message because of that. This is going to be different to an existing client who's perhaps called these people 3 or 4 times, and this is the fourth time the daycare hasn't picked up. It's going to be a different message for that kind of person. It's going to be a little warmer, and we kind of bake that into the message. So the condition is basically just checking these parameters like I mentioned. And so let's go down to the first branch. So if first missed call is empty, then we're going to put a slight delay here. It's 0.2 minutes, so 20% of a minute. It's just going to wait just so it feels a bit realistic, like the client actually typed it out. Then the text is going to go out saying, "Hi, this is Sophia from Lifelong. Sorry, I missed your call. What can I help you with?" This is an example of what a message would go out. The whole point of this is to capture missed calls that are coming in and have them into text form. And so the conversation can continue. Leads don't go cold, they don't go to your competitors, but they can engage with you automatically. So this works extremely well. This is how a lot of our clients are able to capture business. So that SMS goes out. And then what we've done is we've built a custom variable called number of missed calls that we now set to one. So now we add an additional variable or additional amounts to that variable. So for the next time for this client, they're going to go down a different stream instead because this variable has increased. And then what happens is if the contact does reply, so when that auto text goes out saying, "Hey, sorry that I'm tied up. What can I help you with?" Then what we do is we track the reply as well. We give it a day. Typically, they're not, if they don't reply in a day, they're typically not going to reply. There may be the exceptions, but we do time it out at that stage. And if they do reply, what we do is we send the data to Zapier. Now we have a Zapier Zap on the back end that actually captures this reply and sends it to a Slack channel that we have set up. The reason being is that my client doesn't always use the app that we gave them, and they're very active on Slack. They like notifications. They also like the history of notifications within Slack. So it's a nice, easy way to just organize things. So if I just show you the Slack channel we have here, this is where it all gets collected. So the Hexona AI bot says, "Hey, you missed a call from this number." They texted saying, "Is the center closed," for example. And then the really crazy part that we've set up is a call bridge. So if they put a checkmark icon on this Slack message, then what actually happens is a call bridge will get initiated, a zap gets sent back to high level, and triggers a phone call between them and the client. So directly from Slack, they can actually set up a callback rather than having to click the number or go through Lead Connect or anything like that. We can have that bridge already set up, which is really cool. And then from there, I'm sure you understand the idea. Basically, the variable changes and it goes down a different stream. And then eventually the messages keep changing as well. You can have this go on for as many as you'd like. I've only set it up for 4. What I plan to do now is create a different variable where the check, instead of seeing the raw amount, we're going to see is it divisible by different variations of 2 or 4. And so then this can loop as well. So right now, if it goes to 4, anything like 4, 5, 6, 7, and beyond is only going to be this fourth message. But I would rather it loop and do a variation and a mixture of all the options that we have. So that I'm most likely thought of just doing it through division, but that's a later build out. It's not necessary at the moment because no one yet has done 5 missed calls. Even then, I don't think they really notice that the message is repeated. But that's the build that we have right now. I find it to be a little more advanced than what Go High Level had built out initially. So for them, basically, if you miss a call, it's the same message that just gets spammed over and over, which seems to be robotic and doesn't really fit the bill if you're getting multiple missed calls, which I noticed people do. They keep calling and calling, and then those messages just keep getting sent. So that's why I prefer something like this. It's very easy to build out. It's quite intuitive. So that's how we built it out. Hope this was insightful. If you have any questions or if it's interesting, feel free to leave a comment. If you're interested in learning more about our automations, we do workshops and exclusive backend tutorials like this in our Discord channel, which you can see in the description. If you want to work with us, everything's in the description. But get in touch with us for whatever you need. All right, ciao.